crap in my mouth. The hell was that? Hey people, Dig the Mad Scientist. And welcome to my variety channel. What's a variety channel? Well, just like it says up top, we're nerdcore, hardcore, and even more. And even more means you can see anything. We're not your typical gaming channel. We don't recommend the same games over and over again. We try to come up with something unique, And we try to talk about more than gaming. Today we are talking gaming, though. So, a little emulation. That being that, before we get to anything else, I always like to get sponsorships right out of the way. And today's video is sponsored by Rust Stop. HOPKINS, Hopkins City Limits is where they rest. If you want to prevent stop rust before it starts, you got to call Rust Stop. Number right over there. Link to their YouTube in the description below. Check them out. Tell them Dig the Mad Scientist thing. Okay, that being said, now we move on. And what do we move on to? This big bad beastie. What's this? This is the Anbernic RG 556. And it is a pretty gnarly little emulation handheld. But it's more than that. It also can stream off of your Xbox, PS5, PC, a bunch of different things. You can use this thing essentially the same way you could use a ROG Ally, with the exception that it is not Windows based or PC based. It is Android based. It runs Android 13. Now, that being said, that opens up a whole bunch of different things you can do with Android. It has a key mapper on there, so if the game you want to play on Android doesn't have native controller support, well, you have total access to it. But on this channel, people tend to like music as well, and I like music. So one thing you could do with this little beastie here is emulate some PS2. And since you can emulate PS2 and PS1, you could definitely rock some MTV Music Generator 1 and 2 and take this with you to set of headphones, create on the go. Chances are you'll be able to hear it from there. Now, PSP looks absolutely stunning on this. If you wanted the most wicked PSP/PS Vita ever, well, there you go. So let's take a listen to the soundtrack. Sounds pretty good. Considering all its capabilities here, this thing comes in at around $150 right now, and really can't really beat that. If you just wanted to Game Pass on it, you could Game Pass on it for days. It works great for that. Cloud gaming, everything else. The downsides, I have praised those things, and that's because it's a good piece of art. However, the fault that people are going to show you with it is these little tiny hands. See if I can get things right there. They're not too tall. Now, a lot of people complain about them and say they're not good for first-person shooters. That's because they're really not. It is a challenge to do that. However, you can adjust some things here and there and, get it working pretty darn good. So you could Fortnite with it if you wanted to. If you're buying it just for that, I don't know. But if you're into emulation and you want a handheld that's pretty beefy, now this is screen here. Everything about it is about the size of the Switch Lite, but just a tiny bit bigger all the way around. Screen's bigger all the way around, and this is an OLED screen at 60 hertz. OLED at that price alone is pretty awesome. So that being said, if you're looking for a non-pocketable handheld, you might be able to get it in there, but people are going to go, what's in your pants? And you're going to say, that's a personal question. Ask me that in public. I'll let you know. Anyway. Hey there, hi there, ho there. This has been the Anbernic RG 556. I highly recommend it. Go out and check it out. And, like always, it costs absolutely $0, not to be a big rage dickhead. So go out and be nice to somebody today, man. Sega.